stupid, corny cartoons?
Yes.
All right. That's from mixing your coffees. That's what it does to you?
No, I go for her, but I also, need to be able to sit through it as well.
I understand. And a lot of these movies do appeal to adults, too.
We do need to go see Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, see, I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. You can follow and interact with us on social media. You should already be doing that. At Johnny B. Tampa on everything. At Joanne Petrella on everything. Go slap a follow, slap some likes, whatever you want to do.
Slap an ass.
Slap the bass.
Slap at the base.
A shout out to all the Bone family came out to the show last night in Winter Haven.
Oh, that was nice of them.
The Laugh Out Lounge. Dude, it's pretty much when I do a show in Polk County, it's 99% listeners that come out. Like, I was going to talk to Mike about that this morning and be like, I know Pitbull Toddler's doing the dive bar tour.
Yes.
And
I would love to know what this tour consists of, by the way.
Well, they're putting
how many
together.
Actual shows will be in the tour.
Trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
I know Whiskey Willie's on June 20th in Lutz.
Yeah.
I'll be there for that.
Not too far from me, so I'm trying to get a babysitter. Although I'm like, she'll probably be asleep. And
you got a week.
I'll be like, I know I've been trying. I'll be like 15 minutes. Like, is that if I have my...
Just leave her in a car, crack the window, give her a sandwich.
Like, I feel like if I have my, a monitor that I can watch from home, I put up a baby gate just, so she doesn't sleepwalk down the steps.
I got you.
So I feel like I'd be fine, really.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. What you do is, she's going to sleep all night.
That's what I'm saying.
You get one of those, they have this app where you can get dog sitters to come over to the house. And you just say the dog's in the room, probably not going to come out.
Could you imagine?
Right? And it's way cheaper than a babysitter.
That's true.
Yeah, so you just go get that app, and they're sitting out there and they're like, oh, this dog.
I'll be like, listen, she identifies as a dog.
Yeah.
So just treat her like a dog. If she wakes up, give her a little water, put her back to bed.
Take her outside, let her use the bathroom.
She'll be fine.
Yeah. Don't put her on the leash. She's totally cool.
Yeah, she'll stay. She always comes back.
Yeah, you tell her to sit. She'll roll over, put her back in bed, and I'll be back. I'm going to get hammered. We're friends. No, but I was saying they should definitely book. I don't know the last time they've played like a Polk County gig, but they would go nuts to see Pitbull Toddler.
Oh God, I'm sure,
because they show up in droves for my comedy shows. I hung out with so many cool people last night.
They should take their show on the road a little bit, like outside of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, because the listening area is massive.
Yeah,
I mean we're all the way down the Naples South, and then way into Polk County. Like you got to almost get to Orlando for our towers to start weakening. For some reason, north, when you get like to Spring Hill, it gets all,
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, we got such a big chunk of area, and everybody listens. Everybody loves it. I mean, I was doing a lot of crowd work last night. There was people from Bartow and Winter Haven and some places I never heard of before in rural Florida.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So
I love that.
Yeah, I love it too. I love getting out there.
Actually, because most cars today with the auxiliary or whatever. I mean, now you have Bluetooth, but if you don't. But you can just put on an app and listen to it. So even if you're in an area where there's not great service.
Or not even here. Like we got.
Well, yeah, that. But I'm saying if you're just driving and going to like Orlando and then it cuts out or whatever.
Yeah. I got people all the time to hit me up that are listening in Buffalo and listening in Indiana and all over the place.
Best. I love radio. I'll always listen to radio.
I know. You're like me, an old school radio purist. You know?
I love it.
And we get to actually do it every day. It's really fun.
So wild.
Oh my God. That's why I was having such a good time at our all-employee luncheon yesterday.
I heard you talking about that this morning.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I was getting goosebumps the whole time.
I just want to know why you think white people can't rap.
I don't think that.
It sounded like that. I think
there's a lot of great white rappers.
Sounded like that.
I didn't say they couldn't rap.
You said, I don't know. We have the vibe.
I just figure we have people that are more, into the culture.
And you're just assuming that they rap because of, maybe that's not the case.
More likely to.
And I just think that you need to give them more credit.
I'm just saying we got some people with urban
Paxton
appeal.
did great.
Oh, she's great.
Yeah.
I
never sound like you felt that way. Sounded like you were talking a lot of smack about her.
I was never.
And Scotty.
What? Scotty? I'll fight for Scotty. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
I would go out in that parking lot right now, blood thinners and all, and fight somebody to the death for Scotty. I don't even care, dog. You know what I mean? Don't be choking on your COVID coffee.
my COVID coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's always very interesting when they take the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was fit to be tied yesterday too. I felt bad all night long last night. I go, God, man, I wonder if Jason hates me because I don't like to be that guy in the back of the room that's interrupting. But man, it was just so many zingers just popping up in my head. I couldn't resist.
You're like a heckler at your show.
It's like I had Tourette's. He's
just.
There's at one part he was showing these slides of all these like expensive things like Rolls Royce and a mansion. He's like, what's one word that describes these things? I'm like, unattainable. And I'm like, I can't. Shut up, Johnny.
Yeah. I mean,
Idiot.
you said it, not me, but I would have said it.
Hated myself so much. I don't want. Next one, I'm just going to sit back.
You're lucky you're pretty funny because if you weren't funny.
Oh, it'd be. Yeah, I know.
Then I'd be like, listen, you need to go, bro.
I know, but even being funny, I feel like one or two, maybe three, and it's stop, right?
All right, well, next time I'll just escort you off the premises.
Please.
Okay.
Just give me pizza and let me go.
Oh, also, you said pizza was Blackjack. Blackjack is great pizza.
Oh, no, it wasn't?
It was not Blackjack. It was Flippers.
Oh, Flippers.
Yes, it was really delicious.
It was so good, dude.
Yeah, and their wings were delicious. Everything was delicious. That's okay. They're both very good.
Yeah.
And we have worked with both of them, and they have.
That's why I thought it was
lunch.
them.
Yeah, it's so good.
No, shout out to Flippers, dude.
Yes,
I took a whole.
Blackjack does more the Detroit style.
Oh yeah,
which is awesome, and I love that.
Like that too.
Yes.
Give me a corner. No, but this I took home like their combination one with the peppers and everything and the meat.
Yes,
I took the whole thing home because we had like 50 of them that people didn't eat. And when I got home from my gig last night, I was starving.
Yes.
And I put that sucker in the oven, put it on broil. And I watched the overtime of the hockey game and petted my dogs and looked at my watch and I'm like, I'm getting 3 hours of sleep, And but man, even reheated, that's some good ass pizza.
Yeah, it's very good.
And I ate a slice cold while I was heating them up. Really good cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good,
I love cold pizza. Cold pizza, cold pasta.
Shout out Flippers, man.
Yeah.
Y'all do it right, Flippers. I don't know why I just turned urban on them. Like
yeah, well.
God damn it, you done brought out Biscuit Brown, baby. You know that's when the passion happened. When I'm eating your pizza, and I'm like, damn, girl. Put that cheese in my mouth. 800-771-1025. We got to get to the gay of the day.
Oh, already?
Yeah, because we got T and Pal calling in the second segment. So you look at my prep sheet. See, I got the rainbow with the arrow pointing to the first segment.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm well prepped here.
I love this.
Yes.
And I'm ready.
Oh, my God. I hope you can figure out today's gay of the day.
Somebody texted me about how catchy. Oh, Brett.
Oh.
Brett was listening, and he...
One of the best producers in the world.
Yes.
Likes my intro.
Loved your gay of the day.
Oh, my God,
Hi,
dude.
Brett. Love you.
Do you understand what that does for me?
Yeah, he's the best.
I don't respect too many people as much as I do Brett when it comes to producing. I'm having a moment.
Yep. There you go, baby.
Damn, Brett. Why you got to be so sweet, dog?
This is for you, Brett.
Damn.
Even though you're not a gay of the day.
I miss hearing Brett on the radio. God damn it. I mean, I miss Roger, too.
Yeah, of course.
But I really miss Brett. Like, if Roger would have been like, I'm going to retire, go play poker. I'd be like, that sucks. But Brett will still be here. 1025 the Bone. I'd be like, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Brett. Well, Brett.
He does funny.
Everything.
Him and I think it's his friend Joey. They do
the sandwiches? So good.
If you don't follow them, you guys have to.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
Doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah. But I always get so mad because I'm like, oh my God, you're so far away. So now I told him, I said, I need to plan a trip and I want you to take me to all of these places so that we can just eat.
Ooh, let's go together.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
Oh, look, my wife and I are talking about
Long Island.
I want to go to New York. I want to go all over New York, but I want to wait till it cools off. I would really like to go during Christmas time.
Okay. I want to take Everly. And I want to take her to a Broadway show.
Go.
Okay.
I love Broadway so much.
Of course you do.
Oh, my God. Grease, my favorite. And guess what? I'm not the gay today, but you're about to find out who
I can't wait.
Gay of the day. Celebrate life and say every day gay hooray.
Hell yeah. Today's gay of the day is a local person. They do spots on a television network, a local television network.
Interesting.
Has been a guest here in the studio many, many times. I'm kidding. It's definitely not that person.
Gay of the day.
Today's gay of the day is a comedian. Of course, I'm going to do a lot of comedians and a lot of chefs because that's what I care about.
Okay.
Food and laughter, baby. This comedian
Oh, okay.
is an absolute legend.
All right.
And I would say not a household name, and I think it's a damn crime. It's a crime that she is not a household name. And as a matter of fact, when I Googled gay comedians, I did it because I assumed she'd be one of the first ones, right?
Okay.
Not even in the top 20 on Google.
Really?
Yeah, that pisses me off.
So am I going to know who this is?
If you're on the internet, I'm sure you've seen a reel. I'm sure you've seen something pop up. 55 years old now. This comedian, American stand-up comic, actress, producer, performs regularly all over New York, a Cellar regular, Gotham Comedy Club, all over Caroline. She's been doing it a long time. And
Okay.
she's an absolute beast. Originally from New Jersey. I mean, so she's legit. You know what I mean? Just an old gay Jewish broad. But she is massive on Instagram, TikTok, and everything with over 1.2 million followers. And just an absolute powerhouse. And great at crowd work. Great at everything. Never seen her have a bad set. Any ideas?
Is she doing any movies or TV or anything?
Yeah, she's an actress. She pops up in all kinds of stuff.
55 years old.
Yeah. I almost had her on my show. She was coming through to the Improv, and they were like, hey, do you want to have her on the show? And I was like, yes. And then they ended up selling all the
I was
tickets.
thinking like underrated and not like as household of a name as she should. I was thinking Fortune, what's her last?
Femster?
Yes.
No, she's getting some notoriety. Yeah.
Yes, but not like.
And she's not 55 years old.
Right. So then I was like, okay, that's not her.
No. You'll never get it. It's very sad.
Well,
Now you're going to follow her, and you're going to be so happy for it. Today's gay of the day is Jessica Kirson.
oh, I have no idea. I thought you said I would know her.
You'll know her face when you see her.
Now I got to Google her.
Yep, go get it.
Every day again.
She's a monster on stage, dude. One of my favorites. Check her out. Go follow her. Just search Jessica Kirson, Kirson. She's awesome. Love her.
I know I need to. Okay.
Did you find her?
Yes.
You don't recognize that face?
I do, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I got to look and see.
She's a killer, dude. Yeah, she's awesome. Yep. So there you go. She is related to Zach Braff. Did you know that?
No,
Yeah.
but I could see it.
It's one of her siblings. Isn't that crazy? I know.
That's her brother?
That's what it says on her Wikipedia, unless somebody lied. Yeah,
Hysterical.
she is.
No, the show.
Oh, yeah.
Or movie. I'm trying to think of what I've seen her in aside from stand up.
I'm going to tell you, you saw her in Reels because she pops up in every algorithm. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
maybe that's why.
Yeah. She's, she's, like I said, she's one of these comics that's like a New York.
Yeah, I definitely know her face.
Yeah, but she was the first time I saw her like a whole set. It was Bill Burr Presents. Like he produced and presented like her special.
Yeah.
He was doing that with different comics where he was like, it's the Bill Burr Presents. So just another way of an awesome comic cultivating the comics that deserve the attention. And
Stepsister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was in a movie called I'm the Man. That's her most recent movie. The Comedian, which is a great movie. It's all comics in there. She's a Nat. But yeah, go look at her Bill Burr Presents. She's on the Friends special he did.
Okay.
She had a 2013 Just for Laughs performance that you can find online where she crushes. Yeah, she's great. I'm just saying. If you get to see her live, go see her live. But yeah, she's gay. And she's today's gay of the day.
Oh.
She talks about it on stage, so it's not like I'm outing her or anything. like somebody, her
I would think it would be out there if you know about it.
What do you mean by that? Maybe I just know on the inside. You know, I'm in the industry. You know, maybe I know a friend of a friend's like, hey, Jessica likes Vijay.
Oh, yeah. I guess that could happen.
It could.
Yeah.
All right, let's give her one more.
Day of the day. Celebrate life. Every day again.
Let's take a break. When we come back, TM Powell is going to be on the hotline. I want to find out about this How to Train Your Dragon. He saw it this week. And also, today is Friday the 13th.
I did know that.
I want to talk about those movies with TM Powell because I am a horror movie buff. My wife and I love to get the scares. And, TM knows all this stuff.
Yes, he does. I love a good scary movie.
We'll do that when we come back. Don't go anywhere. It's Friday, baby. It's the Mike Calta Aftershow.
It's the Mike Calta Aftershow on 102.5 The Bone. It's the Mike Calta Show. Featured cut of the day. Sponsored by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. The Mike Calta Show. Download the free Bone app. 102.5 The Bone.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Summer is here, and it's time to get your backyard ready where you always wanted it to be. From custom patios and pavers to upgraded driveways, Waterman Properties is your go-to for bringing your summer vision to life. Whether you're remodeling, rebuilding, or repairing from a storm, Waterman Properties handles everything from demolition to install with expert care and zero runaround. Visit watermanproperties.net or call 813-715-7383. It's Waterman Properties. Your vision is their mission. Hit them up today and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
One of the things with running is I want to enjoy the run, but I never made it very far because the arches in my feet just killed me. So when I got to the end of my rope and I said I have to do something to get rid of the pain, and a couple people recommended the Good Feet store to me. I loved how I could go in and get a free personalized arch support fitting. They put that time, that work, that effort into helping you find the right arch supports. And you can walk around the store with these in your shoes and try them out before you purchase them. So after I got my arch supports, the arches on my feet stopped hurting and the pain instantly, literally instantly went away. So if you have pain, go. Find a Good Feet store and go. There is an answer. Find the simple solution that will get rid of your pain. I'm Rondi, and that's my Good Feet story.
See how Good Feet arch supports work for you before you buy with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
Get ready for an unforgettable day on the greens. The first annual Budweiser Folds of Honor Charity Golf Classic is happening Friday, June 28th at the legendary Chichi Rodriguez Golf Club. Enjoy a full day of golf, ice-cold Budweiser, giveaways, and more. Each golfer scores a goodie bag, lunch from Abe's Place, dinner from Fresh Kitchen, and complimentary beverages all day. And don't miss the live auction and a jaw-dropping parachute jump by the SEAL team. Spots are filling fast. Register now at budgolfclassic.com. Play for a cause. Swing for a hero.
Sean Hannity and Jimmy Fallon together.
Could you imagine I call Bill Clinton and he picks up, hey Sean, how you doing? It's your buddy Bill. I see a lot of hot chicks on those Fox programs.
It was like student loan forgiveness. Aren't you concerned? You're a dad. Yo, my son is 6'5". He's getting a women's basketball scholarship.
Punchlines and Patriots with Sean Hannity and Jimmy Fallon. Saturday, June 28th at Ruth Eckerd Hall. Get tickets now at rutheckerdhall.com.
People are loving what's happening now at IDC. Free financing till the year 2030. That's right. Now for a limited time, you can get the lowest finance rates in America. 0% for 5 whole years on just about every piece of jewelry in our showroom. So you can get that $8,000 engagement ring and pay just $134 a month. Or that $4,000 pair of diamond stud earrings, just $67 a month. International Diamond Center makes it happen with this incredible limited time offer. Just pick any item and spread your payments over 5 years without paying a dime in interest. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, designer jewelry, colored gemstones, even certified diamonds are included. Whether your budget is $2,000 or $200,000, this is the smartest way to buy. Hurry in to take advantage of this once-a-year event. 0% financing rates till 2030, store-wide, only at International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
Sitting in traffic because of an auto accident is frustrating. We should remember, though, that the person in that accident ahead, their life has changed forever. And we may be thankful it isn't us, But if it ever is, call 1-800-BURNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With the guaranteed offer, there are no showings, no open houses, and no costly repairs. Listener Ryan said, quote, Mark Spain Real Estate exceeded our expectations by helping us achieve significantly over our asking price. We received much more than we ever anticipated, and we cannot recommend Mark Spain Real Estate enough, end quote. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you can trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Choose when you want to move with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and close in as little as 21 days. Go to markspain.com to find out what your guaranteed offer will be. No obligation. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here we go. NASCAR makes history on Prime as the Cup Series goes international. We're heading to Mexico City for a road course with all new challenges. 14 turns with 7,000 feet of altitude.
White flag. Next flag ends the race.
Don't miss the first ever points-paying Cup Series race in Mexico. Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Track's clear. We're good to go.
NASCAR. It's on Prime.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun Toyota.com. This is Fox 13's Valerie Mills from the Sky Tower Weather Center. Partly cloudy skies through the day with a quick warm-up and high humidity making it feel several degrees warmer as we reach for highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Afternoon showers and thunderstorms will develop, and with southeast winds, we'll have heaviest rain and highest storm coverage near the coast during the evening hours, with lows tonight in the mid and upper 70s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to the Mike Calta After Show.
Calta After Show. I am Johnny B. Thank you for being here with me. You know her. You love her. You want to touch her, but you got to ask first. You know what I'm saying? It's JoJo. I mean, do they have to ask? No?
Is this for me, this song?
Yeah, duh. What are you talking about?
I mean, I want to say yes, but
depends on what they look like.
No,
if it was Michael B. Jordan, he wouldn't have to ask, right?
No.
I know he wouldn't have to ask me, and I'm not even gay. I'd be the gay of the day for that guy. You know what I mean? I'd have to be gay not to bang him. If that makes sense.
No, you'd have to be stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Man, imagine that kind of clout.
Oh.
I get booked everywhere.
God love him. But I loved him when he was on Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah. I was hoping you weren't going to be like The Wire. I'm like, he was like 14.
Oh.
No, he was
I would have been the same age.
He was great in Friday Night Lights. Speaking of movies and television shows and everything in between, let's go to the hotline. TM Powell is on the line. What's up, buddy? Oh.
Yo.
Oh, that's not TM Powell. Who the hell is this?
Yeah, that's me. That's easy.
Shut up, bitch. TM?
Hello.
Hey, buddy. Sorry about that. He had a number just like yours, and I called him a bitch, and I feel horrible.
What's going on?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good. Are we actually on the air now?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Sorry, I turned on my radio. I do all the right things.
No, dude, you're awesome. Yeah, I'm the one that's a buffoon. Don't you worry about that. I've had 4 hours sleep in 2 days, so I'm working it. I'm doing all right.
I have enjoyed hearing you. I like that dynamic of Carmen and back and with the guys in the studio, and then you there kind of putting it in. I really have enjoyed it the last couple of days. It's been fun.
It is great. It is kind of like playing double dutch, trying to jump in at the right time when you're not looking at people in the same room. And I've always wondered how she does it, and it's kind of difficult, because you don't want to step on anybody, and you got some of the best in the business talking, and they have a rhythm they're used to, and I'm just like, I just want to get in here once in a while, and like throw something in. I don't know if you were listening at one point. And it's funny because it came over on this side. So in the replay, it's going to sound very awkward. But I tried to jump in a couple times. And I had a couple of good zingers. And they just didn't acknowledge me and talked right over me. And then 5 or 6 minutes goes by and Gio does a hot or not. And he goes, what do you think, Johnny B? Hot or not? And I said something. They go, oh, his mic's not on. They had me muted on their side. So for 5 minutes, I'm throwing out zingers, and I'm I'm bombing miserably. They're just not even listening to me. It's so sad. Yeah.
It makes you appreciate what Carmen does more. I mean, I'm definitely a champion of Carmen not being in that building and having to run the board and then still be involved in the conversation. It can't be easy. So I give it up to her for still being able to be obviously a big portion of that show when she's not there with them. It's an art. It really is. I mean, I give her credit for sure.
Yeah, there's a part of me that wants to screw it up so bad just so they don't ask me to do it, because it is stressful, dude. It's rewarding, to be on the morning show and to have I think I only had a couple little hiccups in the last 2 days and nothing really noticeable behind the scenes, maybe, but which is great. But at the same time, I'm don't get really good at it, because what if they're let's just keep Carmen over here. And now I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day. It's, I would, it's definitely another, promotion, but, man, what she does is tough. It's a lot harder than people think. So good for her.
Absolutely.
What's not tough is being in June and knowing that it's about to get good at the movie theater, baby.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this is one I think a lot of people have their eye on. And listen, the movies have done pretty good here with Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible, both doing really well, which was no surprise. I think everyone kind of knew that was going to be that combo that did well. Ballerina underperformed, and Johnny, that wasn't a big surprise to me. I told you last week I did not know how this was going to work out, because just like you had said, I didn't even realize it. I just think a lot of people just didn't realize it. But this one this week, How to Train Your Dragon, they got a lot going for it. They got a brand new amusement park open in Orlando where one of the worlds is How to Train Your Dragon. This is a beloved animated movie franchise. It's been around for a while, and I think it's something that's going to cross generations. Now, I told you going into this for the last 2 months that I had a lot of concern here, because I'm man, what if this is just a shot-for-shot remake? I don't want to be bored with this, or you're giving me nothing new. I will tell you that this new movie definitely goes beat for beat with the original.
Wow.
And I'll also tell you that I was an idiot for thinking that I wouldn't like it, because I absolutely loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
He might be changing my mind.
There you go.
Yes.
It's I will tell you, JoJo, it's great. And the fact that it follows it beat for beat, I thought that would be a worry of mine, but it actually gives you all the nostalgic feelings for the first one, even if you know certain things are coming. Plus, I always said forever, How to Train Your Dragon, the animated film, that was the perfect movie to translate to live action, to be kind of like this big epic. And it's gorgeous, and the dragons look awesome. If anything, the dragons are a little bit scarier this time around. So keep that in mind, JoJo, because I know you got a little one. And,
Oh, she loves all that. It's wild, but yes.
Yeah, the dragons are, definitely a little bit more ferocious. But for me as an adult, I thought that was cool. But the biggest thing for me is the cast. The cast is really good in it. Mason Thames plays Hiccup this time around, and he was in Black Phone. If you ever seen Black Phone, that's a great horror movie that came out a couple of years ago, and they're about to do a sequel to it. He was in that. Obviously, Nico Parker's in that as well. She's she's really great in it. But the one who shines the most, and sounds crazy, man, this movie may be the best thing I've ever seen Gerard Butler in. And I like Gerard Butler. He's just, normal action guy, the 300, Greenland, movies like Plane. They're just these simple action movies. But it's this unique situation where 15 years ago he voices them and becomes this kind of like iconic character voicing him as Hiccup's dad. And then has the opportunity to turn around and play him in live action. I mean,
that's pretty cool.
It's really cool. And he is awesome in it. He is really, really good in it. The whole cast is great. Nick Frost is in it. And if you've ever seen Shaun of the Dead or any of those other movies with those two duos, he's amazing in it. But I was super impressed with this film. I think it's going to have killer word of mouth. I mean, the reviews are pretty good. And Johnny, I knew that there would be some critics that would dismiss this because they say, why do we need a remake of this? The animated one's perfect. You didn't need to mess with it. I get that argument. I totally do. And I knew some people were going to dismiss it right off the bat. Hell, I was worried about that.
Right.
But, most people I know that I've seen have been like, oh my gosh, it's just so awesome. It's just heartwarming. And, it's just so amazing to watch on screen in live action. And once again, just like I talked about with Stitch, people love Toothless because some people consider like he's a big cat. Some people consider like he's a big dog. So no matter what, any pet lover's going to relate to Toothless and love him. And obviously he is a big part of the story. And they did great with Toothless because honestly, they kept the same design. They didn't mess around with it. Remember years back, Johnny, when they did Ugly Sonic and everyone freaked out and they changed it? I think everyone learned from that mistake when that happened with Paramount those years ago. We're like, hey, let's just stick to it and let's not rub people the wrong way. I mean, you see that in superhero movies when they change up their suits or something like that with Batman with nipples and things like that.
Yeah, it is funny, like just a something, even a minor little change in a nuance or anything, and the geeks go crazy online. So it's you think there's bigger problems in the world, but yeah, there's like, well, why's he got a mustache? Yeah, they freak out, so.
They flip out. But this is a totally enjoyable family film for the whole family. I think everyone would love it. And I also think it's great, Johnny. I know you talked about you've never seen the original. And I understand that's probably how a lot of people are. But I think you could probably go see this movie and absolutely love it. If anything, I think people are going to see this and go back and watch the original. And I wouldn't be, they're probably going to just keep making more because the original is a trilogy. And after seeing what Gerard Butler did playing himself in live action, spoiler alert, Cate Blanchett voiced Hiccup's mom in the second one. And the way her age is and everything else, I would not be surprised if it's like, hey, we're not going to break this formula and then maybe try to go get Cate Blanchett to be his mom in the second one again. It would not surprise me at all.
She can still get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a great actress, too. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Like say, hey, we don't want you? I mean, of course you want somebody like her. But the sets, the design, everything, it's great. Universal is loving this because even though the island, obviously, in Epic Universe, the Portal, as we call them there, it's based on the animated film. But the way they made everything in this live action replicate the animated film, I mean, it might as well be for both. So, they're loving it with all this synergy, probably going to have a big hit movie with that park opening. It's just going to get more people into that park that are already excited to go to it.
I think you're right, too, with the timing of it, because what kind of opened up my eyes was all of the clips coming from that part of the Epic universe. And it was like, it's mind-boggling how they got these big, like, I don't know if they're part animatronic, part human, big dragons that are like, walking around the park with the actors playing along with them. And it just, you're like, whoa, this is really like groundbreaking, like stuff that they're doing at the Epic University or Universal. And I was like, even though I don't know anything about it, I would love to go just see this, like, it's 15-foot tall dragon, like interacting with people and stuff. I remember when they do was it Optimus Prime that'll interact with the people and all that at Universal. Sure. And that's pretty cool too. But you could tell that's a guy in a big giant suit and he's got this voice synthesizer and all that, but it's still cool to see that. But the dragons, that's wild how they pull that off.
Yeah, and most people have gone to Epic Universe. I mean, and listen, they're competing with a Harry Potter world built out in there and Super Mario world built out in there. So those are two big things that, have a ton of nostalgia and a huge fan base. But most people that come out of Epic Universe say that the Isle of Berk is the best thing in there in terms of theming. And I've also heard, too, that, waiting for those to see those dragons and those character meet and greets is on the lines of like seeing the Grinch in Islands of Adventure, where it can be 2 to 3 hours waiting there, where people aren't even in line for the rides; they're actually in line for the character meet.
Oh yeah.
And I can tell you, I would be guilty of that. I would probably be waiting in line to try to want my picture taken with Toothless for sure.
Yeah, you're right. JoJo, any questions about this movie? More, as far as like taking Everly or anything like that?
No, I was going to say, should I have her see the original first? Ooh, yeah. But if you're saying that doesn't necessarily matter.
No, I don't think it necessarily matters. Okay. JoJo, have you ever seen the original?
No.
Yes. I think it's. I know it's kind of one of those sneaky DreamWorks films that not a lot of people have seen because, obviously, like the animated thing, people automatically dismiss it. It may not have the presence of like a Stitch. Like, I think everybody's been exposed to Lilo and Stitch at some point,
Yeah. And to be honest with you, a lot of the older animated movies, she, isn't that into because they're not as vibrant in color. They're not, you know what I mean? So a lot of them she'll watch for it because she'll sit through a movie. She has no problem with that. But, as far as it being up to date and all of that. So we didn't watch Lilo, the original, until just like a couple months ago when I saw that this was coming out, and I was like, oh, I want her to see it so she knows who he is, or they are. But yeah, so I'm not a big mythical person. Like, I don't really get into that, so it never appealed to me. But we love seeing movies, so I'm sure I'll take her to see it.
Yeah, this is a good one. And like I said, definitely the mythical Viking portion, but it's also just a story about friendship, too, which sometimes you just keep it simple with your themes, and that's what will translate and connect with the audience members the most. I mean, it's why we go to the movies. I hate to sound corny and nostalgic, and you guys know how much I love movies, but truly that is the reason we go to the movies, is we want to find something to connect to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the movies. I love going to the movies.
Me too. And there's so many good ones. And I'm looking forward to like the horror movies that are coming up. I mean,
yes.
But today is Friday the 13th, TM Pal. Now, do you celebrate days like this by watching an old Friday the 13th movie? I know they probably do a marathon on one of these channels.
I'm sure.
Is that something that you jump into? You go, I'm going to go back and just randomly pick one, because what was like 12 of them, right, in the franchise?
Yeah, a little confession about me. I do not like the Friday the 13th franchise.
Same.
I think it's pretty lousy. The first one is kind of good. It's, old school slasher, but obviously Jason Voorhees doesn't even put that hockey mask on until the third one. That back in the 80s, people don't really realize this. That was in 3D. That third one where he gets in that mask is in 3D. There are some cool ones. There's the one with the psychic, but for the most part, I've always thought the Friday the 13th franchise was highly overrated. I think just people get caught up of the image of Jason, because Jason is terrifying.
Sure.
For me, when it comes to those horror franchises, I'm a Nightmare on Elm Street guy, especially Dream Warriors Part 3. That is just an awesome film. Not even a good Nightmare on Elm Street film, not even a good horror film. That is a great film, because I always say it's basically like X-Men versus Freddy, because that's the one where they're all kind of using different powers and stuff.
Absolutely. I tell people this all the time. The best Halloween Horror Nights I ever went to at Universal was the first one I went to, and it was probably in, I would say, 2003, 2004, somewhere around there. But they had this one, it was called the Die-In Theater, and you were outside, and they had a giant like drive-in movie theater screen, and they had a slit in the bottom. And it was playing like previews on the movie screen, but you walked in through the bottom of the movie screen, and you're automatically starting out in Camp Crystal Lake. There's cabins and everything, and you go, oh my God, and it says Camp Crystal Lake. And then they direct you into the cabins, and then Jason pops up, and he chases you all through the cabins. And then you go downstairs, and you're in a boiler room. And you go, oh, crap. And all of a sudden, you see the blades scraping across the chain link fence on the wall. And now you got Jason after you. And then you went into another room, and you were in the dining room of Leatherface. And all of a sudden, he's after you. And then it ended in the Michael Myers house. And then, like, at the end of the whole thing, you're in this checkered room with strobe lights, and all four of those guys are after you. It was the greatest production of any haunted house I've ever been in my life, and nothing will ever top it because it was just those four iconic characters, and they nailed it. Everybody I talked to after that year was like, dude, that was the greatest haunted house I've ever been in my life. It was awesome.
You know, I lucked out a few years ago when I was working on the TV station. They had us go down there to do features for the show on Halloween Horror Nights. And one of those years we went to do behind-the-scenes stuff. One of the houses was Freddy versus Jason, based on the movie. So we got both in the house. It was really cool. And I think they kind of realized that, too, with things like that, where that's why they'll do, you know, the Blumhouse, you know, house, where that way they can combine a couple of different things, like, you know, the Grabber from Black Phone, or put Megan in there, things like that. So, Universal does an amazing job. And I know they kind of did this with the Dark Universe and Epic Universe, where they have a horror-themed land with their classic monsters.
Right.
I have still said I think that they could open up a couple horror attractions and keep them open year-round, and they'd still be very popular.
Oh, absolutely. The last one we went to, they had the Exorcist house from the new Exorcist movie, which I thought was pretty okay. Yeah. But it was scary and all, but there was one part of it, I'm walking through a hallway, and it looked like a picture on the wall, or like a mirror on the wall. But I look over, and they had like the little white girl and the little black girl on that last one. They were both like friends that both got possessed. Well, the girl that was playing the little black girl, she's probably 18 in real life, but she was tiny. But she was walking on like at the same pace as me, but on what I thought was a picture or a mirror. And I look over, and she turns her head and just looked at me with this like sinister smile. And I grabbed my wife. I'm like, get up, we're getting out of here. Like, it freaked me out, dude. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. They killed it. So it's man, I can't wait for Halloween Horror Nights now.
Well, it's going to start in about 2 months, because they start in August now.
I know. It's going to be great.
Just shows you how popular it is. I mean, they're pretty much doing almost a quarter of the year doing it there. So, I mean, I wasn't surprised that they made Dark Universe. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we were to get more horror rides. And you know that Hollywood right now, some of these horror people are pissed because they're like, damn it, How to Train Your Dragon has to open up on Friday the 13th, because this would be a good place to slot in a horror movie. Even though when you talk about watching this stuff, I would probably watch it more when we get those Friday the 13th in the fall. I just think that's probably more on the lines when I'm going to do that, because they're going to be a marathon. Summertime, I don't know. I'm just into blockbusters at that point.
What is the next big blockbuster besides this one this weekend with the Dragons?
Oh, I mean, How to Train Your Dragons would be good. I don't know how Pixar's Helios is going to work out. And, 28 weeks later, I think this movie, How to Train Your Dragon, is going to have a lot of legs, just like Lilo and Stitch did. I think our next big one is probably Jurassic World Rebirth, right in the beginning of July. And then, like I said, July will be huge, where Jurassic World Rebirth, then we get Superman, and then we get Fantastic Four at the end of July. So July is going to be pretty stacked with blockbusters.
Okay, all right. I need something, because I'm all out of series. I'm caught up on everything. And, we're about to have no football for several weeks until training camp starts. And hockey's almost over. Basketball's almost over. It's about to be a really lame period if we don't have something to watch.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why we have this. I mean, I know they're doing a lot of celebrations here over the next couple of weeks for Jaws, because it's the 50th anniversary for Jaws. I mean, I saw a lot of movies celebrating, anniversaries. The Goonies just had one. Where's Lost Ark? But it's crazy to me that Jaws, I mean, I know I'm biased because that's my favorite movie, but it's still crazy to me that, you're 50 years old and you can still go places and people are wearing Jaws shirts and still in the forefront. I think it's more about the legacy. Like, we wouldn't have these summers if it wasn't for that film, and that's the truth.
It just makes me feel like an old piece of crap, because you're right. They're doing it with everything. They're doing a Tommy Boy Day in Sandusky, Ohio for the 30th anniversary of the movie. I'm like, what?
Oh, my God, I want to go.
Yeah, it'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Go to Cedar Point and hang out for Tommy Boy Day.
Okay.
I'm there.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody told me yesterday they didn't think – it was Ian Beckles. He's like, I don't find Chris Farley or John Candy funny. And I was like – that's the first time.
I did Ian's show one time and we were talking about John Candy. I was like, what is wrong with you, dude? You're Canadian.
I know. That's what he said. He goes, I know he's Canadian, but I just don't. I go, look, I appreciate and respect your opinion, and it's your opinion, but you're crazy. You're crazy.
Chris Farley.
Once again, like I tell you, that's 100% why I hate reviewing comedies. I hate it,
I know. I mean, I get it when people say they don't like Will Ferrell. I could see where you could take it or leave it, but he's the first person I've ever heard say they didn't like Farley or John Candy. I was like, get out of here. Well, John Candy just being a great actor alone. I mean, he's so good, but Farley, how do you not love him? How do you not love this lovable loser?
Spade and Carvey have the podcast, obviously, and he was talking about stuff about Farley, and he said that Farley never wrote anything because everyone wrote everything for Farley.
Yeah,
because everyone wanted to be in it. And if you do watch him, even in those down years in SNL, in that stretch, he is in that one year where it's down. He still finds a way to stand out and just be hilarious. This is what I always say: sometimes comedy doesn't translate from generations to generations what people think is funny. I have put on the best of Chris Farley for SNL for my kids, and they have laughed so hard. They think it's hilarious because he is just funny.
A lot of comedy does not translate, and sometimes it's on stage for me, and the whole crowd's like, yep, we don't like this guy either. I'm kidding. It doesn't happen. TM, we are out of time. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you being on with us. Have a fantastic weekend, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, dude. You're one of the best.
Yeah, thank you so much. You guys have a good weekend. Happy Father's Day to you, Johnny.
All right, buddy. Take care. TM Powell, everybody. That's it, Judge. We're done.
We did it.
We did it. Another week of radio.
Can't believe it.
I know.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you. I'm going to Ocean Prime with my son.
I love it. You're going to go have lunch with him today?
I'm having lunch with him today.
So cutie.
My baby.
I love it.
I love him. He's a good
To
he's
all
a good
the
dude.
dads, that dad out there.
That's right.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Day. For all the good
all
daddies.
the moms, that dad.
Nah, you got Mother's Day.
No, we get it all.
No, you don't.
Because we're amazing.
Then I get Mother's Day.
You don't.
Well, I raised my son without.
Oh, then you do.
Okay. Because I am a mother.
You're a mother.
Oh my God, JP's up next. Have a great rest of your day. Love you, JoJo. See you Monday.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. Breaking summer news. All the rooms at the Sky Beach Resort for the Bash are completely sold out. But good news, you can still come out and party for free. Neutral presents The Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of awesome events and hanging out with all your favorite people from The Bone. Plus, it's absolutely free to get in. It's all happening July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete, a bayfront oasis with a private beach at the southernmost tip of St. Petersburg in the Skyway District. No matter what you do, don't miss The Bone Summer Beach Bash, presented by Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw summer.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
After we met and we started dating, Nancy and I lived 150 miles apart, and I would drive my old jalopy car, and it was roughly a 3-hour distance. It took 3 years I drove across that state back and forth dating her every weekend.
Persistence.
And I would have never stopped. I had a lot of energy back then. 36 years ago.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or Hellsberg.com.
The cat named Mo for All-American Gunslingers on US 19 in Newport Richey. Newport Richey's #1 gun range. Join us for the Suns Out, Guns Out event this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'll be out there from noon to 2. You can check out the automatic machine guns, for rental counter unlocked with the purchase of ammo, cornhole tournament, raffles, prize giveaway of a range card, a food truck, and catering by Texas Roadhouse. Go to aagunslingers.com for more info. Suns Out, Guns Out this Saturday, June 14th. Guns, stakes, rights, safety, freedom, All-American Gunslingers, America.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Summer Sale.
Hi, yeah. My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Taco lovers, Hooters has 3 ways to win this summer. Shrimp tacos, mahi tacos, or crispy tender tacos. All served with curly fries or tots. Taste the new flavors now at Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
Want to buy a home but don't have the down payment or closing costs? Good news. You don't need to be a hero for this one. I'm Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger on 102.5 The Bone. And this is a brand new statewide down payment assistance program launching this July. And it could give you up to $35,000 in government assistance. If you're a first-time home buyer and make less than $144,000 per year, you may qualify. But don't wait. Funds are limited, and you will need to be fully approved first to lock in your share. Even better, combine it with the Lone Ranger Real Estate Rebate Program, and you get up to 25% of your agent's commission back when you use one of my preferred agents. Homeownership is within reach, and I'll help you get there. Call me now at 813-213-4009. That's 813-213-4009. Or apply online today at WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com.
Medical malpractice and nursing home abuse cases are difficult and the stories are heartbreaking. At Bernetti PA, we fight to make sure your story is heard loud and clear. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
John Senning here for the National Aviation Academy. Are you sick and tired of working from home? Are you in a career that is boring you? Well, how about entering the world of aviation maintenance and being trained where you're getting your hands dirty on engines of jets and planes, things you could never fathom? Well, that's what happens at the NAA here in beautiful Clearwater. They're going to have you trained in just a few months and entering the workforce before you know it. The next class starts July 9th, so make that decision today and visit them at naa.edu.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Nygaard.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I ended up going to a dentist, and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found the Brooks Night Guard. You mold it at home to the top or bottom teeth. Other mouth guards go all the way to the back, which allows the back teeth to touch. This is where most of the grinding and clenching occurs. The Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Order your Brooks Night Guard today and get 10% off plus free shipping. Go to brooksnightguard.com and enter the code BRUX91. That's BRUX91.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Nygaard.
With Neutral and 102.5 The Bone, you could win tickets to some of the biggest shows of the year, including Thomas Rhett, The Weeknd, Jason Aldean, or you could win one of dozens of Neutral prizes like coolers and hats. Neutral, keep it tasty. Just visit any participating Circle K location in Florida and scan the QR code on the Neutral Summer of Music poster to enter.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
If you ever find yourself inside the emergency room, surrounded by these sounds, by these voices, by these machines, may you find our team of expert emergency caregivers at your side.
You're gonna be okay. Just grab my hand.
This is the power of the human spirit. Advent Health ER, 24/7 access to convenient emergency care. Go to the erexperts.com for locations near you. Advent Health, feel whole.
We love telling you about Win Derby at Derby Lane, an institution in Pinellas County, right on Gandy Boulevard. It's like walking back into the good old days of table games. You got $5 minimums at some of the tables. They've got appetizers coming by every few hours and free cocktails while you're playing.
Yeah, it's real simple and real fun. You can play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, Mississippi Stud, and I Love Suits. And if you don't know what beats what, just look up the poker hand rankings on the mural. It'll give you a little guidance.
I got to say, I am somebody who has not played a bunch of poker in my life. So being able to look up at this amazing, a very beautiful mural, if I may say so myself, that breaks down everything. Royal flush, straight flush, 4 of a kind, full house, straight. I can be a genius even if I'm really not. You've got to check out Win Derby at Derby Lane.
Great place to host your next event, too. If you have an office party or a bunch of friends getting together, head on out to the legendary Derby Lane. You can all win some money, have a great time, and walk out of there with more money in your pockets than you walked in with. It is the legendary Derby Lane.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do-it signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new CRV for just $199 per month. New Accords are just $189 per month. Or get a new Civic for an incredible $169 per month. We're approving all credit applications, and we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-575-7725 for more information.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with 0 risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go. Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll. And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Good morning, everybody. It's JP, 105 Bone, Real Raw Radio, 11 o'clock on Friday. Friday weekend is finally here. 800-771-1025 is the phone number at JP on your radio on Twitter and on Instagram. Good morning, Monica. Good morning, Dizzy. How are thou? Everybody
Friday.
Good?
Hello. We're ready.
Look at her. She's got the hat turned backwards. She's all gangster-like. She's got the pigtails rolling. Look at you.
I think pigtails equal not gangster, but okay.
Look at you. With the hat backwards? Come on now.
They
She's
call
got a
them
big-
handlebars.
Well, the reason I did that is because, you can't see it.
Get back in front of the microphone. There
Can you
go.
see what my hat says?
No.
It says let her speak.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I'm kidding.
again. Does it say let her speak?
No. It's not exactly work friendly, so I said, well, let me just turn it around. People won't look in the back.
Who cares? Turn it around. Whatever we got.
Oh, is that the cheese one?
Yeah. It says, it's,
Good.
here.
I can't see it. It's not big enough on the screen here.
It's
Should we type it to him on
I
the,
can
the
say
phone
it's
screener?
Just tell me what
no,
it is,
I can't
goddammit.
tell you because
Yes,
then
you
I'm
can.
giving it away. It's 4 words. The first one is a guy's name. The second is the word who. The first word is Mike. Mike. And then the second word is who, WHO.
Uh-huh.
And then the next word is cheese. Right? And then Harry, I think? Yeah. So if you say it fast.
Oh, my coochie's hairy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good hat.
And I love this hat, but I just
But I
didn't
think
want
I think it's a lie.
It is a lie. It's just funny.
Especially now. This you got to be at least nearing your Brazilian season.
Yeah. Well, actually, what I'm doing is I'm looking to
Oh boy.
No. This is.
Do I need a snack? Do I need a snack for this? What?
No. I think if you read the very first line of my prep, I really just feel like maybe we should avoid this combo.
No, this
Too
is the
late.
best. You mean one